Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Jennifer from Jennifer's Creations. I know, I've been getting some messages from everybody, and yes, I'm still alive. I had a really bad migraine um, for a couple of days, and I just couldn't function. And um, before that, I had planned to um, do my diamond tube video for this week, and I didn't get to because to be truthful, I felt like I was burnt out um, because I don't know why. I just felt like I was burnt out. I had no motivation to diamond paint or anything whatsoever. Um, I just I get into these spells. I don't know, if anybody else does, but I get into these spells where it's like, okay, well, guess what? I just don't feel like doing diddly squat. And that's the way I felt. And it wasn't, because I was depressed or anything. That really had nothing to do with it whatsoever. Um, I just, I had no motivation. And so I just kind of, did some things around the house that needed to be done. Then I had planned on Friday to get some things done here because, I had planned to start diamond painting. I even planned to do my second diamond tube video, and that didn't happen. So it was kind of like, okay, this isn't, things came up, and I just said, you know what, I just don't even care at this point. So I decided to just take a kind of a break, I guess, and basically um, just try to take a break, which I did. And so Friday night, I was fine. I started getting a really, a headache, and I thought, okay, well, I'm just gonna take some ibuprofen and, get away with it, and I should be okay. No, I wasn't. I ended up um, going. I ended up going to the ER, and they basically said they couldn't really do anything, which I thought was kind of, because any other time I've gone to the ER, I've never had an issue with them telling me that they couldn't do anything. So I came home, took some Excedrin with migraine, and I thought, Saturday morning, I thought, okay, it's going to start easing off. I should be okay. So I scheduled my live for Saturday, and it just didn't ease off at all whatsoever. And I know some of you messaged me on Saturday and wanted to know, what had happened. And because my daughter told me on Saturday, so actually Sunday, yesterday, excuse me, that you guys had messaged me to make sure that I was okay. And I really do appreciate it. Um, but I just, between the migraine and, you know, the just not being motivated, I just didn't feel like doing diddly squat. I did diamond paint some yesterday, and I didn't do a whole lot, um, because I was, you know, at that point, I was like, you know what, I really don't care right now. And so I did do some that yesterday on my Supernatural. And then I got my daughter's Christmas present in the mail, which is what I'm going to be working on right now. Do I even have the picture? Yes, I do. This is the one, you guys that did see me do an unboxing. This is from Amazon through Heartfelt Diamonds. It is the Disney Princesses Ensemble, and this is what it's going to look like. I don't know if you guys can see. It has Snow White, Little Mermaid, Princess Aurora, Belle, Cinderella, and Jasmine. And this is what it's going to be. My daughter Miranda wanted that for Christmas. So, and it has 42 colors. And it's 70 by 100 centimeters. And, whoa. And that's big. Sorry, that was loud. And it's big, which I didn't know that it was big. I had no clue when I ordered it. So, yeah, I was kind of shocked. But that's okay, because I didn't have a problem with that, which is no problem whatsoever. So, but no, I just didn't want you guys to think that, you know, I wasn't here. So I'm back, and so let's, you know, those of you that are watching, I know, you know, this is all backwards and wrong and stuff, but those of us that are watching, and so forth, get your kits out and let's start diamond painting. I will put a what you call it, I will put the name and everything of this painting in the description below of this video, so that you guys can find it. I found it on Amazon, so but I will put a description of it. I first saw this, I will put it in the description, excuse me, I'll put the link in the description. When I first saw this, Foreign Service Crafter was working on this. Now, I don't know if she's still working on it or not. I'm not sure. So, I, you know, messaged her, or actually I left a comment on her video, and she told me where to find it. So this is one that she inspired me to, you know. So I figured, you know, what the heck, I'll start Christmas presents now. Get it over with and done with, and get them started. That way they'll be ready when Christmas comes. But other than that, I mean, it's been kind of quiet here. Like I said, I've had no motivation whatsoever this whole week. And I felt bad because, really? And I felt bad because, you know, the only video that I posted this week was my, or last week was my unboxing. And I was kind of like, you know, people are going to wonder where I'm at and why I haven't posted. And, you know, again, those of you, please, you know, thank you for, you know, checking on me and making sure that I was okay. Ginger Diamond Painter, or GDDP, I did get the straightener that you sent, the straighteners that you sent, and I also got the drills you sent me. So thank you very much. And Rachel Ray, we did get the present. He's gonna open it, but he told me to tell you thank you, and I think he's gonna come on um, my live on Saturday so that you guys can see him open it, because he was all excited. So, but basically all I've done this week is binge watch Star Trek Voyager, and I am now binge watching Star Trek um, Enterprise, no, Next Generation, excuse me. And I don't think that had anything to do with me being, unmotivated. I think, whoops, a part of it was because I felt like I was burnt out. So I think that was my main reason why I haven't really done any more diamond painting. So when my daughter's Christmas present came, I guess that got me some motivation, because I'm sitting here diamond painting and doing a video. So and going from there. But I didn't realize this was so big. And yeah, because when I got it, it was funny, because when I pulled it out of the box that it came in from Amazon, the box that it came in, it came in two boxes. One, the Amazon box, and then of course, the box that it came in from Heartful Diamonds. Well, when I brought the Amazon box inside, I stood it up to cut the, open it from the one end, and it was about almost tall as I was. And of course, I was like, really? And so, when I did my unboxing on Friday, that's why I went back, did it on my bedroom, because on my bed, because yeah, it wouldn't have fit out here on on the craft table at all whatsoever. And I had to laugh, because as I was unboxing it, I was like, how in the world? And it was like, I was shocked. Now, I know some of you are going to ask me this question, and I will tell you, the clear plastic is still here up at this part. I just didn't take it off because I didn't have enough parchment paper cut. My daughter is cutting more, and I just went ahead and did this part, and so that I could start this and get it done. And also, I do apologize for the quality of the video Friday. My daughter Miranda was holding my phone, and every time I turned around, the poor child kept sneezing. And she was, she kept saying, I'm sorry. And I told her, I said, it's okay, and I know I got a lot of thumbs downs on that, but, it wasn't intentional, and, I didn't really pay attention to it until after I went back and watched it. And I felt like poo-poo, because I was like, oh gosh, this video is looking so horrible. No. And so I do apologize for the quality of that video. It was not meant to look that way. And if I made anybody motion sick, I'm very sorry. I wasn't trying to. So, but it's, let's see, now we're going to go on and see about, it's a dreary day today. It's Monday and it's dreary. Ugh. So, it's been kind of, rainy and, it's been raining off and off, oh my gosh, off and on all day. But the temperature is like 50 some degrees. Whereas last week we were in the 70s and, the mid 70s to the 80s. And I woke up this morning and I thought, oh my gosh, it's so cold. And of course, I didn't realize, I totally forgot that I had left my window open, because sometimes I sleep with my window open. It just really all depends. Most of the time is because of the fact that some nights I have trouble sleeping. And so that was one of the reasons why I had my window open last night, because I couldn't sleep very well. So I left that open. Of course, I didn't realize that it was gonna be that chilly when or to be that chilly overnight. And so when I got up this morning to get Justin ready for school, I was like, oh, no way. It's cold. And yeah, it was cold. It was really, really cold. And I said, oh my gosh. So, and I came out to make coffee. And, well, I must have not, I don't know. I'm a dingbat when it comes to remembering to throw empty containers away. And I went to go make a pot of coffee, and I pulled the coffee can, the coffee can out of the cabinet, and I was like, you're kidding me, right? I didn't buy coffee at the grocery store. I might as well just go to Coffee Prison and yeah. So I was like, okay. So I went and got a cup this morning. So that helped. And other than that, but I know you guys can't see this, and I'm sorry. I thought I was closer, but I guess I'm not. And of course, the little dude got home early. I went and picked him up early from school. So he's here. Hi. So he's here, and all right, you know what? Guys, bear with me. Technical issues. We're going to try to bring this a little closer for you guys. And I apologize if I'm, making y'all sick. I'm not trying to. So, anyway, I did get my new Kindle. And I didn't realize, okay. And I know Wolfpack, and I have talked about Kindles before, and I didn't realize the Kindle paper you know, the Kindle, whatever it's called, the Paperwhite or whatever it's called. I didn't realize that it didn't have um, internet, because I went to try to go to, like, you know, the App Store or whatever to download the Kindle app. And if there's a way to do that, and somebody has the Kindle Paperwhite, and don't have it with me, it's in the bedroom. Um, and if somebody has that one, um, please let me know if there's a way to do that, because as it stands now, I'm still on, um, I can only get to Kindle, period, through Amazon. So I don't know if there's another way to do it. I haven't tried because I didn't want to mess it up. So I may try it later and see, because um, I was gonna download my other app, Hoopla, so that I could listen to my library books. But I got to figure out how to do it. So, but yeah, I got that. And I did get um, some sealant that GB Maltese had showed on um, her channel, and I'm gonna do a diamond, or a diamond tube picture of, or diamond tube picture, oh my gosh, a diamond tube video of sealing a painting. And I'll probably do it when I do my framing video. So that's a video that's coming soon. So, I feel like there's more. There is. And I just can't think, because my mind is not all totally with it. And I'm still trying to get my bearings from this, you know, past week. So, I hope everyone had a good week last week, and I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day to all the mothers. I do didn't really do much here. So I didn't really do a whole lot, yesterday for Mother's Day. The kids, um, you know, kind of waited on me hand and foot. My daughter made dinner last night, and then that was basically it. Trying to think. That was basically it. Um, my son Justin went to see, I don't know what, he went to the movies yesterday, so I'm not really sure what he went to see yesterday. I don't know if he went to see Avengers Endgame or not. He didn't tell me. I forgot. And if he did, I didn't pay attention. Because he didn't really say. He just told me that, his grandmother was coming to pick him up, and that he would be with her. And so then when he came home, or no, it was Saturday, I think. Yeah, it was Saturday. See, I don't remember because, I was basically in my bed. It was Saturday. when he, I don't know why this is being ridiculous. Um, but Saturday, he went to see, I think that's what he said he went to say, went to watch. I can't remember. He told me and I forgot. And because believe me, when you have a migraine, those of us that get them, I used to get mine to the point that I was deathly sick. I mean, I would be laying in the bed and then I'd have to run to the bathroom to vomit before it would start easing off. But lately, in the past year or so, I've gotten them to the point that um, I'm in bed for at least a couple of days. If you know, the longest I've been in bed with one is 3 days. So when he came home and told me that what he watched, I could, you know, he, like I said, he probably told me, and I just don't remember. And um, which I feel bad about because usually when he tells me these things, I remember. So it was kind of like, uh huh. So he, okay, y'all are gonna laugh at me now. I've come to a decision. You know, I said I didn't care whether or not I um, didn't care whether or not I worked with rounds or squares. Well, I have to say this. I'd rather do round. I know. I said square, but I've been. I was. I was. I think that's another reason why I wasn't so motivated with the supernatural one. As much as you know, and I feel bad now thinking about it. Seriously, um, because I um I thought I was doing pretty good with them. But now sitting here and working on this one, which is the drills on this one around, I have better luck with these. Don't ask me why. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because, you know, who knows? I mean, I know everybody has their own preference. And, you know, and I was, you know, thinking, okay, you know, I could do this with squares and, you know, because I didn't have a problem when I did my Ever Moment. But, yeah, I just, I don't know. To me, these are easier. So, I think I have just, you know, I think I'm going to stick with rounds. Unless, of course, you know, I get one um, that I can't choose round or square. So, but right now on this one, I am working on, um, I'm at the bottom where Princess Aurora is. So Aurora will be done first, and then I will do Belle. So I'm kind of excited. I mean, I love Disney movies, and my girls were raised on Disney movies. The boys could get care less. Skylar, Skylar likes them. It just really all depends on which one it is. Um, but the girls were raised on Disney movies. Uh, my oldest daughter Ariel is a Lion King fan and Little Mermaid fan. So when we got the Lion King, she watched it so much that she knew the words to every song, knew the words to every character. She could sit there and just, yeah. It used to be it used to be cute because it was cute. And when, when Lion King came out, she was like 2 or 3, and I can remember when her father her bought the soundtrack on CD, and we put it in. Well, this child would dance her heart out and sing every single song. And now you can't. I mean, I don't know if you can. I haven't looked. I want to find, some of these movies. I do have Frozen and Little Mermaid, but I do want to find some more of the Disney movies, and I don't know where to look. You guys, those of you that, do know, please let me know, because I'm trying to find some. I'm trying to start a collection, because whether or not their ages, they always love to watch them. The only one that really didn't get into Disney movies as much as Skylar and Miranda was and I can't get comfortable, guys. I'm sorry. It's like every time I get to this point, I get comfortable, and then hello. I do know, and like I said, Justin wasn't really into that. He was more into Yu-Gi-Oh. What else was it? Dragon Ball Z. Excuse me, Dragon Ball Z, and I forget the other one. Gosh, I can't remember what the other one was called. Stuff like that. And he liked those kind of things. He didn't really, watch Disney movies as much as the girls did, and as much as I did. Now Skylar, he, like the Disney Pixar movies like Cars and stuff like that. And, I got those, and he darn it, really, he likes those. So yeah, I want to get these movies, and I've got to think. I got to figure out where to get them, and I think I'm gonna do a Google search and see if I can't find if there is a website to do that, because I would love to get these movies again, and so that I can have it. Let's see. It's kind of dreary today. I know I probably said this. It's kind of dreary today. It's I didn't realize it was dreary, and I knew it was kind of chilly, but I knew it was raining, so it was I was kind of surprised when I woke up this morning and saw that it was raining, and that was kind of, yeah, fun. But it's okay. Trying to think. I do need to let you guys know this. I don't know. I don't think, I haven't had a video between now and Friday. So, my daughter called, Ariel, and she was I could tell something was wrong. And she says, I'm keeping you on the phone with me. I was like, okay, why? And she said, I was almost kidnapped. I said, excuse me? And I said, that's not something you tell your mother. And she was like, I'm sorry. She says, but yes, I was almost kidnapped. And I was like, what do you mean? She had gone to Walmart to do her grocery shopping. And she was walking around the store. Now, mind you, she called me after all this happened. She didn't call me while it was happening. Don't know why. And I guess because, like, she knew I couldn't do anything about it. But she called me. She was like, when she told me this, I said, what are you talking about? Well, she was in a grocery store at Walmart. And now, mind you, she goes to this Walmart in North Carolina every single day. And, or every single, week, whatever. They know her in there. That's the thing. So, she was doing groceries. She was getting her groceries. And she was on the phone with her best friend. And so, she didn't think anything of this at first. Well, there was three or two guys. I can't remember if she said three or two. But at the first couple of times it didn't really, I guess it didn't really click in her mind. She was walking down one of the grocery aisles, and she noticed this guy that was watching her. And so she proceeded to just go ahead and go down another aisle. Well, the second time she was like, why is this guy following me? So she decided to, see if he was actually following her. And she went to one of the displays, one of the end caps, and she, in the middle of the aisle in Walmart, and she, turned around and acted like she was looking at the display. And she said, when she stopped at the display, the guy stopped. Well, she got kind of, paranoid, freaked out, which I would say I would be too. And she, thought, I'm going to see if he's really following me. So she went and, started, shopping again. And she noticed out of the corner of her eye that he was still following her. So she went up to one of the registers and told an associate. Now, Cindy Traveling Crafts, this is nothing against you and GGDP. Trust me. And when she told them what was going on, they looked at her and kind of just looked at her like, huh? And they acted like they really didn't give two flying whatever that, these people were following her. So one of the managers that was off duty, I guess, overheard her talking to the, cashier. And he, he he walked with her. He escorted her around the store. And, she, come to find out, she wasn't the only one that these guys were following around. There was two other girls, or two other women. And so the manager, was escorting Ariel around the store. And so when she went to check out, the manager said one of them is at McDonald's. Now she happened to look, when she looked up, the guy was sitting at McDonald's looking out into Walmart. And so she was like, well, that's one of them. And the guy that was sitting in McDonald's was on the phone. And so she, just real quick got what she needed to, or what, got everything that she thought she needed. Of course, And so she went out and he escorted her to the car. And after she got in her car and locked her doors and got ready to leave, she noticed that the other guy was sitting on the bench on his phone watching my daughter leave. My daughter has a gun. She has a license to carry. She had it in her car. Well, she pulled it out as soon as she got in the car and had it in her lap. And so she called me and she was like, you're going to talk to me on the way home. And of course, when I found out what the deal was, I was just like, okay. And I said, well, where's, Jared, which is her boyfriend. And she said he's at work and he, was going to come, but he knew he wouldn't make it here in time. So I stayed on the phone with her. She was, watching what she was doing, watching to see if anybody was following her. And she got home and she unpacked. Now, this is how scared she was. They have a dog. Well, the main reason why she went to the grocery store was to get the dog food. Yeah, she forgot the dog food. And she was like, I really don't want to go to Walmart. I don't want to go. Blah, blah, blah. She didn't want to go. Trust me. I know. And I told her, I said, well, is there, a way that, you can go to Food Lion? I mean, but Food Lion, there's only certain places that have the brand that they feed their dog. So here she was, trying to she didn't really want to go. So she went to Food Lion thinking, okay, she could get out of going to Walmart. Well, unfortunately, no. So when she was on the phone with me, I said, well, ask Jared if Dollar General carries it. Well, they don't carry it. So she was kind of like, I don't want to go back. And I was like, well, you may have to. Well, she texted Jared and told Jared what had happened. And that she wasn't going back to Walmart to get the dog food unless he went with her. So I'm assuming he went with her. I'm not sure. I didn't ask. But I've been hearing, and somebody at the convenience store where I went to get my coffee this morning said the same thing I did, that they've been hearing that, something like this was happening to some of the Walmarts, across the country. And one of them, which is in Delaware, had that same problem. So I told her, I said, it's not only down there. Well, she was freaking out. She's like, Mom, I'm going to get kidnapped. I could, if they kidnap me, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and I'm going to be put in a human trafficking ring, and you're never going to hear from me again. And I thought, really, child, you need to say this to me today? And she just kind of looked at me, or kind of sat there, and she's like, well, I'm just telling the truth. And I'm like, okay, well, you can save your mother a heart attack. I mean, that would really, make my day. So, Skylar, what are you doing? Skylar, I know you're there. Little dude, I'm not playing. Huh? You're what? Yeah, you are. Where are you? If y'all hear little dude, he swears up and down he's not here, but he is. He's being funny. Why are you saying you're not here when they can hear? When people will be able to hear you? You're doing it from the hallway. You tried to make Mommy think she's crazy. Okay. Oh, and I did get his diamond painting, and he and I are trying to decide. Actually, we're discussing this. If he wants to do the diamond painting, or if he wants me to do it for him for Christmas. Do what? You want to do it? Alright, well, Mommy will have to teach you how to.
Is it a big one?
Yeah, but I'll teach you on the ones that Miss Rachel gave you, okay? So, let's see. I think that's it. I just didn't want you guys to think that I had disappeared. I'm still here. I'm okay. I promise I will try to.
It's raining.
I promise that I will try not to be so MIA. I've been catching up on some videos. I know I said this was going to be the end of it, doll. I do have one last thing. I've been catching up on some videos, and I know I said this a couple weeks ago when I decided to make changes to my channel. I've been seeing people get some negative comments on videos, and and I just hope that nobody, that it doesn't stop anybody from, doing videos to the creators, that, do subscribe. And, there for a while, I had a couple people that did the same thing to me. They, posted a lot of negative comments, and they made me feel like, I should just cancel my channel. And, I didn't. And, granted, I don't do a lot of videos like, some of the people that I'm subscribed to. Just don't subscribe to people just to be subscribing. If you truly like the channel, then, that's a reason to subscribe. I've done that. I've subscribed. Blech. The only people that I watch are the ones that I am subscribed to, and granted, I haven't really, I need to catch up on videos, and I probably will do that this weekend. But I don't just subscribe to people to subscribe. And, and I don't expect people to do that to me either. If you truly like the channel, then subscribe. If you don't, whatever. And that's just my opinion. And, you know, I don't expect to get a whole lot of people to, you know, subscribe right away, you know, and I know, you know, I've lost subscribers because of, you know, I wasn't fun enough, and you know, and I'm sorry, I do try. Um, but for me, you know, I enjoy doing the videos. So, you know, I just don't want people to, you know, lose their confidence because somebody, you know, makes a comment that's not, you know, I don't know how to put it, but I mean, if you don't have the respect of, you know, if you're not going to be, how do I put this? If you're going to watch somebody's channel and you don't like it, okay, fine, don't watch the video. Or, and if you decide, okay, whatever, be respectful to people, you know? I mean, criticism is a good thing. But to me, you know, I think the way some people put, and I've read some of the comments from other people that have commented on other creators, and it's happened to me too, like I said. And I've read, you know, and when you read comments like that, you know, it's really, really rude. And it's very, very, you know, disrespectful. You know, people, the creators that have the channels, they do their they do their videos and so forth the way they want to do them. And, you know, and I respect people that do that, you know, do their channel, do their videos, and, you know, I respect that. I respect how, you know, you just, I use common sense. That's all I can say. And I'm sorry. I was watching somebody's video yesterday, and it kind of, you know, it kind of ticked me off because, you know, people, it just makes me laugh that people can be so rude sometimes. That's all I can say. So anyway, trying to think. That's it for today. I'm gonna get off of here because Justin's getting ready to come home, and I'm gonna do some long overdue diamond painting, and that's really it, guys. So I hope everyone has a great week, and if you are subscribed, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Yeah, let's try this again. If you like the video, please hit that like button. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And any questions, comments, please, you know, comment below and I will answer them as quickly as I can and as best as I can. And you all have a great week, and God bless.